Hey everyone, and welcome back to a brand new video on Brent trading. Today we're going to have a quick look at Kaspa, and is it finally time for Kas to take off? I'm really bullish on the project, and today I wanted to show why and the reasons why I'm bullish. We're going to have a quick look at its price action and how would I be trading Kaspa on the coming weeks and months. As you all know now, Kaspa has just had its major update, Crescendo, and we're now at 10 BPS per second. We can see that the volume on Kaspa has come back, and we've spent now several days above $100 million volume. As we saw over the weekend, Bitcoin stabilized above 100K, and I reckon now is the time to start placing yourselves into altcoins. Kaspa is still ranked in the top 40. At the peak, it was at on the 20th spot. I think we could reclaim the 20th spot with the smart contracts that it's on its way. We've seen an increase in Kaspa of 33% over the past week. And I reckon we could easily come back to our all-time highs by the end of this altcoin season. Let's have a quick look where we are actually at on the altcoin season. We're currently at 33. I'll be starting to take profit around the 75-80 zone, the same zone that we saw back in end of last year. The fear and greed index is currently showing greed at 70. I still reckon that we could spend a few days above here, as the macro scope currently is showing us that we still have more fuel to go. Now let's have a quick look at the crypto bubbles. As you could see, Kaspa has been outperforming a lot of the market. If we manage to remain above the 21 weekly moving average on Kaspa and the yearly open, there's no reason why we couldn't regain on the price of 56 cents that is currently marked as fair value on the Kaspa power law. We're currently at the second standard deviation down here, and I reckon the 56 cents, if we have Bitcoin stabilizing, new fuel coming into the whole crypto market, I reckon the 56-cent target is easily doable. Now, what does that look like on the Kaspa price action? Let's have a look on the charts. So, as you can see, Kaspa has been able to regain its range low at 9.6. How did we find these ranges? Let me just show you quickly on the weekly chart. We didn't manage to close above the 19-cent level here. That's our range high. And then we have our range low down here, as this was resistance, support, support, support. Here was a turbulent zone that we broke down, and then after managed to reclaim. But if you zoom in, you can see that the red line was capped as resistance at the end of April. I've also marked out our 21 weekly moving average that is currently at 9 cents, just above 96 cents. So let's just mark that out in white. $9,659. Then we can take that off. On the daily, you can clearly see that our 21 weekly moving average has been broken. We've also managed to spend this is the fourth consecutive day above the range low. And we are currently aiming, we've even managed to reclaim the yearly open here. And we're currently aiming for our 14.4 cents. That corresponds to the mid-range of the range high and the range low. Here you have your mid-level. when you come down on the lower time frame on the 4-hour chart, you can clearly see that since crescendo, we have traction that's happened on Kaspa. We first came to shake out all the late longs here that got euphoric just before crescendo, and then ever since we've rallied. You can clearly see that we have a beautiful double bottom here as a structure, and you can also see that we have another structure that would be our cup and handle structure here. That would be aiming at, on the short term, 16 cents, which corresponds to the base of our cup. As you can see, it's around 5 cents. That you now come and transport that up here, 5 cents. That would bring us just above our first target at 14.4 cents TP1. If I now bring up the RSI, you can see that we still have some more fuel to go on the daily. We're just currently reaching the 72 zone. I'll be aiming to see a peak around 80 for me to think that we're in a overbought level. How would I be trading Kaspa in the coming days and weeks? I'm looking very closely at the KRC20 market. And for me, Nacho, which is Kaspa's main meme coin, has huge potential. It's currently sitting at 15 million market cap with an all-time high just above 70 million market cap. We have above 18,000 holders, and graphically with a volume above 500k, which Nacho is currently only listed on 4 sexes. And I reckon that a major listing for Kaspa would bring a huge momentum on Nacho. Now, graphically, this looks like the best beta play to Kaspa out there. Let me just bring up the graph so you can see. If you come back to the end of last week, you could see that Nacho was respecting a beautiful wedge that you can find here. You can also see that if you bring up the Bollinger Bands, they were really tight at the end of last week, which usually precedes a violent move either to the upside or to the downside. This is why with crescendo hard fork, I saw that there was a lot of potential for Nacho to outperform the general market. I could also see that volume was picking up since the end of last week. Here. And the rest is history. Look how it performed. It broke the wedge, and we're currently lying at 61 cents. For me, this is an extremely bullish move, and I reckon we can now go and find our first SR zone, which is currently at the 0.001 level that you can see here. This would bring Nacho at a global market cap just below $30 million. If Kaspa manages to reclaim the 14-cent level and afterwards the 18-cent level, there's no reason why we couldn't go and reach our second target price for Nacho, which is currently lying at 18.9. That would bring us to a global market cap of $50 million US, and our target 3 would be the current all-time high, which is lying just above $77 million market cap for Nacho. on the long run, I reckon if we could see Kaspa go and reach its fair value at 56 cents, there's no reason why Nacho couldn't reach a current market cap of 200, between 250 to 500 million market cap. I hope you all enjoyed this quick stream on Kaspa and the current alpha plays I'm playing out there. This is not financial advice. Please do your own research. And until next time, let's get ready to rumble together, guys. Let's go and get it. Thank you, Caspians.